Now, I thought I'd touch on this subject because when I woke up this morning, I was kind of thinking about this. This is on my mind heavy. Um, of course, my father is my father was actually born in America, and he was raised Christian. And my grandmother, his father, is Baptist. Um, Strong Baptist, like she's the type who believes if she prayed hard enough to God to drop like $100 out the sky, it will happen. Things of that nature. Like she spends so much time and energy praying to a God in the sky that sits in the clouds and looks down and points his finger and gives you power. That if she used that much focus and energy on understanding the God is within, she would be so much better off. And she lives in New Orleans, of course, and that makes it even harder. Like for me to like just stand by and let her. But of course, that side of the family believe if you don't believe that there's a omnipotent being sitting on the clouds and pointing down and just zapping random miracles into people, that you are probably atheist or whatever the case, and couldn't be much further from the truth. This video is going to be on black people who trust white people a little too much. Not in a racist way, not in like a hate white people, don't trust them kind of way, but certain people. Like I have, I'm gonna tell you about this one experience first. I went to GNC to find some kind of colon cleansing tea. Now, I know that's probably a little bit TMI, but tea. I use natural herbs to kind of if something's wrong with me, that's how I regulate. Like I don't go to the doctor and say, write me a prescription for the most shittiest drug that has more side effects than the actual, good effects. I try to find the most natural way because I went to on a trip to Honduras and I found that there are plants and fruits that you can like cure colds with, cure nausea with, cure uh, back pains and muscle aches. There are trees and shit where you could take the leaves, kind of crush it up in a bowl, and then make a tea out of all that. Just the leaves and I guess the extract from the leaves. You make a tea out of that, and you can relax your muscles. So, and it's not addictive like Vicodin or some shit where you see these kids abusing Vicodin and OxyContin and shit like that. It's not like that at all. And there's fruits, and a lady I was talking to a lady, and she was like, yeah, we have a fruit. I forgot what the hell it was called. I wish I remember what it was called. There's a fruit that cures the symptom of a cold. So all your like, okay, say you know that when you catch a cold and you actually start to feel the symptoms, you probably had the cold for about 4 days. 3, 4 days you've had that cold before you start to feel the symptoms. Now, what this fruit does is it cures all those symptoms. So the cold will probably be in your body, but it will be pushed out faster. And you won't even know that you have a cold anymore. You won't know it. You won't feel the sniffles. You won't have a sore throat no more. And this fruit, it can either be poison or it could be good for you. Now, the way they test to see if it's poisonous is, she told me, they throw the fruit on the ground, like mush it, and if the ants come to eat it, then it's good, and if they don't, then then it's poison. And that, even though it was so simple, that shit is so clever. Like, and of course she was black. It was one of the most amazing experiences going to that country ever. The only thing is, being that where did I go? What part did I go to? I forgot the part that I went to, but they are British owned, and being that they're British owned, they also have to, well, not have to, but they practice the religion that they give them, which I believe is like Roman Catholic or whatever, which is crazy. I don't understand why they. But hey, what was I getting at? Oh, okay. So back to my original topic. I have been to my grandmother's church because when I visit, she expects me to go to church with her, which, it gives her peace of mind, and I don't mind going because, one, even though they talk about this omnipotent being and they talk about Jesus as our savior, not ourselves as our savior, I see it as a metaphor. Since I'm a poet, I know how to kind of work around metaphors. So when they talk about, believe in Jesus Christ or this, that, and the other, I believe I take that reference and I include it in the context of Jesus being my inner self. So of course I can still go to church and learn something. It just won't be about a guy in the sky with his eye on you. And it's so obvious. I never understood why people, it's obvious that Moses being osmosis, because he parted the water, it only makes, it's little connections like that. You can tell where the original came from. And, like, God can see everything, knows everything. So if you do something, it's, if you, like, do a sin where nobody can see you, God saw you. I mean, because God is you. So, of course, if you do it, you shouldn't say, oh, well, I'm gonna pray to God and hope he forgives me. It's all about what you do. And if you feel like that sin was so bad that you have to try to learn how to forgive yourself, I mean, that's how your conscience gets better. Because there are people in the hood that shoot people up and wear a rosary while doing it, or wear a cross while doing it, or walk with their pants hanging off their ass, hooting and hollering, calling females bitches and shit like that, and wear the cross and believe there's a God and believes that, it's all about the conscious mind. Like, you know what you're doing, and at the end of the day, you're only lying to yourself. You're only fucking yourself over. You're not fucking nobody else over. Not your grandma, not the priest, not God in the sky. You fucking yourself over. The preacher that preaches at her church is from Africa. Now, he was raised in Africa too, which kind of like, and his sermons. First of all, he's a Freemason. I learned that through another gentleman in the church who knows him a lot better than anyone else. He's a Freemason, and I believe that he's out there pushing a white man's agenda, not knowing that he has all the power to do, that's his thing that they're trying to teach him to teach to our people. So basically, the white people got their shit going on, and they kind of relearn this brother to kind of teach the people what they want him to teach the people. And there are people who come in and sit in on his sermon and kind of audit the sermon. And when I saw that shit, I did not know people had to come in and audit to make sure that your sermon is legit. People come and sit in the fucking church and tell you if what you're saying is true or what you're saying is appropriate for church. That had white man's fucking fingerprints all over that shit, man. You would think brother from Africa, I understand they had the white missionaries or the Peace Corps people that went in and kind of try to teach them the way of God, to deliver them from that, shitstorm they're in, with their own people killing each other and shit like that. But, I don't know. And he does, like, his sermons don't even be really all that great. Most of the young people left the church because they feel like they don't get anything spiritually from it. All they get is bored, just sit in church and kind of nod off, and because he's not reaching them, he's not telling them, he's catering to the old folks that had life, that's been through life, that's been through their ups and downs already, but the young people are sitting there getting bored. I don't know. I don't know how to help my brothers and sisters get back in touch with that, especially old heads, But I think I'm out of time, so I'm gonna just let that ride out. My computer keeps ghosting. Okay.